Live from the Preston Highway Studios, it's 24-Hour Purple People.
Well, hello, and welcome back to 24-Hour Purple People. My name is John Harper. We are absolutely thrilled to have you along for the ride today, as we are all set to talk LouCity FC, Racing Louisville, and everything to make sure you get your weekly dose of purple. And on today's show, we drown our sorrows as LouCity makes an early, shocking exit in the USL playoffs. We turn that frown way upside down with a Racing making the playoffs for the first time, and we look ahead to the NWSL playoffs that start this Saturday. And joining me, he is the architect of the arcane, the choreographer of chaos, and the man who maps myth onto match day. He's a Michigan native with a Louisville heart, a campaign designer who sees the pitch as ritual, and a soccer analyst who breaks down tactics like sacred geometry. Whether it's Racing's midfield weave or Louisville's playoff reckoning, he's got the stats, the storylines, and the segment sorcery. Give it up for the one and only Lord Chaos, Ken.
Hey, yeah, so weekend started out as a big fat bummer, but then it got really good. And now I'm a little hungover because some people turned a year older yesterday. We won't mention who they are. These people, oops, these people over here. So there was much libations yesterday celebrating a wonderful win. And I absolutely loved it. Can't wait to talk about it. But I think we're going to talk about sad stuff first.
Yep, sad stuff first, indeed. Oh, gosh. Here's Matt.
Story of my life, right? Here's some sad stuff. Here's Matt. Johnny, you look, if you don't mind me saying, and I don't mean this, you shouldn't take it personally. No offense, but you look dead inside, my man. You look like just nothing behind those pupils. I mean,
well, there's not much behind them. I mean, you had the right idea, Matt. You took a personal day, from my understanding.
Yes, very important.
Yes, I did not. So I reported in bright and early. Got up at 7:15 this morning after probably one of the greatest celebration nights in the history of Louisville soccer Sunday evening. So I was a bit on the, I don't want to say hungover. I don't think I was hungover. It was more, it was more like dazed and confused. But I think we all hung up. Yeah, we were all kind of dazed and confused after this weekend. This is funny because we kind of discussed how to approach this episode, and we normally, being that we support the great Louisville City FC, we're not accustomed to this type of loss this early, but I think Ken's going to talk a little bit about that, losing in the playoffs. It's just
bizarro.
It's weird. It's bizarro. We didn't know exactly how to handle it, but we think part of the healing process is to just get it out of the way, rip that Band-Aid off, I think, Matt, you said. So I think that's what we got to do, and we're going to do it right now because I'm going to start doing the script that I wrote for this. Here we go. Peek behind the curtain. All right. Well, Saturday night at the Fam will go down in history for all the wrong reasons. It wasn't the script we had in mind, and this is not the script I was hoping to write. Louisville City wrote a plot twist that was shocking, a 1-0 defeat, playoff loss to Detroit City that ended a 4-month unbeaten run and a record-breaking regular season. One set piece, one goal, one very quiet second half later. The boys in purple are out. If the regular season was royalty, the playoffs were a cruel court gesture. We debated on even watching these highlights with you guys, but we agreed we needed to heal our purple tarnished wounds that are still very fresh. We, like Danny Cruz, were at a loss for words, but maybe with these highlights and maybe with you, our purple family, we can muster up some sort of end to LouCity's season on our show. Gentlemen, the highlights.
This is healing. This is a healing thing. This is beautiful. I'm in my 40s now. It's all about moving on and getting better, and that's what we're going to do right here.
So
starting with these highlights.
This is the number one lineup. This is the lineup we're going to go with. this, we've been talking all year. We've been kind of zoning in, and we're like, kind of this is where we're at. Their last couple of things that we're putting together. You could make a case for Adrian Perez, but no, I think this was what we thought should be the starting 11 going into the game. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple injuries that are I think are sort of key. We've been missing Arturo Ordonez for months at this point. I think. I mean, he was defender of the year last year, correct? Like,
yeah,
that's a big loss.
Manny Perez.
Perez is also out. Yes, again,
we saw
briefly,
and then gone.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this was not. I don't think any changes from our lineup last week. This, to me, by my estimation, is our A1. I mean, this is the lineup that I would have put out if you had asked me to put one out, which I don't know why you would, but
nothing scary here. Nobody really scares me. Maybe, I should have been scared, but I wasn't scared. And I think the Detroit kits are awful. I think it's some of the worst kits in the USL. Just get my one dig in that I can.
They look like an old German kit. Are we skipping around quite a bit?
Well, there's a whole lot of just kind of collateral skirmishing for the first 30 minutes. And I want to say this was like the first real chance. And it wasn't really a chance. I mean, there are two or three bodies in front when he took that shot.
Yeah, it made lost work just a little bit. They didn't have a whole lot of chances throughout this game.
I feel like Louisville City was playing very tentatively. I also feel like that Detroit got into Goodrum's head and Serrano's head very early on in the match. I think before this, Goodrum had been tackled, they'd gone out of bounds, and he did a real stupid thing by ramming his forehead into another player. You can get red cards for that. I thought he was starting to kind of lose the head battle that you have to fight every time you play. But here we are. So we did get.
I think Detroit surprised us with their physicality. I think they outmuscled us. I think they were tougher than us. I think it's a big replay of what happened in Rhode Island last year, or at Lynn with Rhode Island last year, right? They came in, they kind of punched us in the mouth, and we reeled after that. We really didn't know what to do with it. We had all these points of emphasis about bringing in bigger players, more physical players, and then we get to this point again in the season, and we just kind of shirk from that physicality.
Well, our defenders didn't, and we did bring in size this year. But and we've talked about it a couple of times this season, is where are the goals going to come from? Our finishing is not very good at all. And I think Detroit exploited that this game.
Devin Amamensa. Before he scored this goal, first of all, number 30, Devin Amamensa he was playing lights out on his side of the field in defense. I mean, he had that left wing, completely handled. Anything that came through there, he dismantled and cleared it back out. And then here he is with the wherewithal to put in a little scrum goal, get one pass loss. And that's all it took. That's it. One set piece. Really their biggest, cleanest shot of the game. And that's all it took.
That's all they wanted. That's all they needed to do. And we knew right after this goal, there was going to be a lot of that. A lot of laying on the ground, flopping on the ground, a lot of time wasting. And there was. And it was extremely frustrating.
Frustrating is the word.
Changes at half. No changes at half. Even though we have some dismal performances, especially coming from the players at the top of the pitch. Goodrum, Serrano, and Wilson were all having terrible nights.
I think that to kind of touch back on your point about playing tentatively, I do think I do want to touch upon the fact that the calls that we were getting from the referee, I think they dictated some of that. I think the players adjusted and saw how they were being called, and maybe kind of eased back a little bit on that aggression, which has served them really well throughout the season. And I think that's where you saw a lot of the tentative play.
Yeah, so 62 minutes. We basically made a line change. Lancaster, Omby, and somebody else came on. I don't have that in front of me right now. And we took our starting striker, number 9 striker, off the pitch at 62 minutes. He had 0 shots on goal. He had 0 successful dribbles, and a whole bunch of other 0 columns in his stats. It was probably the worst performance from Goodrum we've seen all year. And really, Omby was much more of a threat.
Yes.
By the end of the game, he had 4 shots. We were putting immense pressure on them. Their keeper did make some really, really good saves, especially that one we just saw. There could have easily gone in.
Oh, yeah.
Still weren't getting clear and concise chances.
They kind of use Ownby as like a shining beacon on the hill. They used that bald head.
Yeah.
They just sort of launched it in towards them. And he had a couple just phenomenal headers, really good placement on a couple of headers that he had.
Yeah. And it was just one frustration after another.
Yeah.
So great. And then we're 6 minutes, which I thought was a gift of extra time at the end of the game, but still not enough to really have an impact.
I'm still thinking we got a chance at this point. I mean, I'm watching these highlights right now and thinking like, maybe we can pull this out. Hold on, wait a second. Maybe it does end a little differently than what I saw at the stadium. Maybe these we will win this time, but no, no.
Yeah, all we needed was a goal. I figured we had a deeper bench and more talent. We could have beat them in the 15-minute halves of overtime or extra time, whatever you want to call it. But we never got to that. All they had to do was sit on this, and it was an absolute nightmare at this point.
Like I'm well aware. I think we're all aware. I think everybody's aware of the sort of the narrative around our scoring drying up, us not being efficient with our chances. But still, like, we've scored when we've needed to. We've scored the goal when we needed to score them, right? We've only gone scoreless 3 times this season, and we didn't lose any of those games. So we've scored when we've needed to pretty consistently all year. And the one game where we really needed to, we could not get it done.
We needed a striker to score a goal, and none of our strikers did anything. Goodrum had the lowest FOTMOB rating of any player on the pitch. Yeah, he scored 13 goals this year, but some of them have been against shit opponents, and they haven't been at the right time. Let's review. 15 touches, which was the lowest among Louisville starters. 10 attempted passes, only 6 of which were accurate, 60% accuracy. Not great. Final third passes, 6 attempted, only 2 accurate. 0 shots, 0 chances created, 0 crosses, 0 successful dribbles, 0 fouls, 1 time offside. Seriously, I mean, that's just not good enough. And Serrano wasn't good enough, and Jensen Wilson wasn't good enough either.
Do you think that the fresh haircut from Philip Goodrum, I know he had negative sideburns, we talked about it a lot. Do you think that had something to do with it? Do you think maybe his flow was off? If he would have grown the hair a little bit longer, maybe it would have helped him.
Aerodynamics or something?
Yeah, I think there's something to it. I'm just saying. McFadden also had a fresh cut. You know, I was ready. If we were going to come back, if we would have won that game, I would have gone out the next day and gotten the negative sideburn. I would have had the greatest looking mullet you guys have ever seen, but just wasn't to be this year.
It wasn't. It was pretty rough.
I want to shout out, though, you touched on Philip Goodrum a little bit. I want to shout out Amadou Dia, who really stood out to me in this game. He won half of his ground duels, won all of his aerial duels, a couple tackles, interceptions, recovery. He was just very active. He just generally kind of stood tall on his wing, and he was willing to set an example and get physical to try to, get the squad to knuckle up a little bit. And that's really what you want leaders to do on your team. You want them to set that kind of example. So he did what we asked him to. Yeah.
Yep. We had a lot of chances to include set piece plays like throw-ins from Josh Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Although I didn't see a whole lot of success on those throw-ins. It felt like it was a little bit short, and Detroit did a very good job defending against those long throws into the box. But we just kept trying it over and over and over again. And a lot of times we're giving the ball away or giving them a chance at a second ball. And it just wasn't working for us. He did have a good game defensively, but offensively, from a throw-in and from a set piece perspective, how many crosses did we have? 49 crosses or something crazy?
Something like that.
Almost 50 crosses. But other than getting it onto Ownby's shiny beacon, we weren't getting a lot of other heads, to include our 6'6" and our 6'4" players in Jones and Lambert.
And like our set piece defense, big issue too. Did you think we'd put that issue to bed earlier in the year? I know that we had talked about this before. But
it wasn't on my radar as something that we had some issues with it, but I thought we had tightened things up.
Yeah, I thought we'd put that issue to bed.
Evidently not.
Yep.
So, we did drink a lot of bourbon that day, though. That's for sure.
We sure did. A lot of 50-50 balls. I don't think we got to any of them first. I just think they outpaced us, out-hustled us on a lot of that. You can look at the duels won charts and see it's all rouge. It's all rouge for Detroit. I mean, they came in with the chip on their shoulder, man. I mean, it showed. They played like it.
Even statistically, we won most of the statistical battles: possession, shots, expected goals, passes in the final third, crosses, 48-2, 48-2 crosses. So they were giving us, the flanks, and they were parking the bus in the penalty box, and they had 8 block shots or something like that. Ridiculous, and it just wasn't falling for us. We weren't getting any good, clear, and concise chances, which is why you have strikers give you that.
Do you think that was part of the problem, though, in terms of they made us play a different game than what we wanted to, right? Because we're not normally a possession team, right?
I think we knew they were going to cede possession to us. Danny, I think even said it in the post presser, is they played exactly like we thought they were going to play. Which was defensive, counterattack, maximize chances on set pieces. That's exactly what they did. We just, that final touch, getting the pass to the striker that's in the position where he can get a clear opportunity, just wasn't there.
Has it sunk in for either of you? This is a question for both of you. Has it? Because it hasn't for me. I know I didn't ask the question myself, but it hasn't sunk in for me yet.
So there's a grieving process that I have witnessed 9 times out of the past 11 years. And I call it now the 3 C's of the grieving process of a postseason loss.
We got to get this copywritten.
The first C is blame the coach. Danny out, right? We had Hackworth out for a while. I don't think we had a lot of O'Connor outs, but we definitely had Hackworth out for a while when we
were still young as a fan base with JLC. We're
still building, and then we certainly have had some Danny out cries, not only this year but other years as well. Grieving C number 2 is blame the club. There was a lot of lamenting about only 8,200 people or whatever it was showed up to the game. But when you look at stats for the first postseason match, it's a little bit less probably, but not that much. So it wasn't like, holy shit, nobody showed up. So that's the second C. And the third C, which I always find comical, is blame the Coopers. It's what they do, right?
Oh, we're blaming the Coopers now? Hell yeah.
Blame the Coopers, right?
I love this game.
Coach, blame the club, blame the Coopers.
I love this game.
Those are the 3 C's of the grieving process of a postseason loss.
Now, is people really blaming the Coopers, or did you just need another C?
No, people are really blaming the Coopers.
Like
It happens every year. I've watched it every year. People blame the Coopers for something, which is classic.
What did never mind. We're not even going to get into it because it's nonsensical. It's totally nonsensical. But
7 Coopers left. That's it.
Yeah, well, it sucks. I know that. I mean, like Matt, to answer your question, no, I don't think it's really hit me yet. In a way, I mean, like it kind of. I will say that, and I told Katie this. Like, I guess just as I've gotten older, things like this are easier to digest than they used to be. I can remember coming home from one of the playoff games. Might have just been an away game that we were at a watch party. Might have been against San Antonio. I don't know. But I came home and I was just pissed for a long time that night, just pissed. And wasn't fun to be around, and was, just hanging out by myself and being an idiot. But, Saturday night, I got home. I ate half a bag of Meyer brand potato chips. I followed that up with some frozen little nacho. Like they're like pizza roll pocket things, but it's like nachos. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I ate some more birthday cake. Mm-hmm. And then I went to bed. And then I got up and I had like a hangover from like sugar and crap food.
Yeah, man.
And that felt great. But, I don't think it's hit me. It's first off, I don't want to go on about this, but like Danny out is really ridiculous.
That's crazy to me. It really is crazy to me.
It was a great year. I don't really particularly want to ever win the Players' Shield again, but I mean that's just superstition type stuff. But you can't. That's just ridiculous to say that.
He's coach of the year, I think. I think he's coach of the year in my estimation.
Yeah, I mean, I think
if they haven't awarded it yet, he's not going to win it. You can't crash out of the first round of playoffs to get coach of the year.
Yeah,
regardless of
a regular season award, though. It's a regular season award.
If it's a regular season award, yeah, sure, give it to him.
But ultimately, guys, and I think we all can agree to this because we know the sport pretty well, and we kept saying last week and weeks leading up to the playoffs that the playoffs are a whole different game. They're unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen in the USL playoffs, or you never know what's going to happen in the NWSL playoffs as well. And it was a soccer match that one team outplayed the other, out-hustled the other. Look, I mean, there was several key area duels that we talked about beefing up our team in the offseason that we just did not win. And there were several key moments of the game that we needed to seize momentum. We had something going, and we would give up possession. Our passing accuracy was not where it needed to be. We had a vroom noise at the beginning of the game and the beginning of the second half on the loudspeakers.
Oh, yeah.
What?
That freaks everybody out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess we're never going to talk about that song ever again.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry, Schloob. I'm sorry. I liked the song. I thought it was
catchy,
all right.
It was a catchy little ditty.
Catchy. We're never going to talk about it again, but
yeah. But I mean, it sucks. I will say kudos to the team giving Doug and Teresa their flowers at the tailgate.
100%.
And getting them up on the scoreboard at halftime. Also, Matt, you were featured on the scoreboard at halftime with a birthday celebration greetings.
Yes.
That was
yes,
awesome.
Both games. Yes, my lovely wife did that for me.
That was really cool. But, it doesn't mean that we are not going to stop loving Louisville City. Obviously, we love this team. It's a big part of our lives, and it sucks. I mean, it sucks losing any year. Doesn't matter if it's in the first round or the final round. We just are not accustomed to the first round. And if you look at the last 4 years, it's, it's going in the wrong direction, right? It was like Eastern Conference Championship loss, whatever, semifinal round loss, quarterfinal round loss. I mean, it can't end and it can't be next year, not even make the playoffs. And then we're going to go into a new era of Division I soon. you know, it's just it sucks. We thought that this was going to be the third star celebration year. This team set every record in the book, and it was not meant to be. And kudos to Detroit for getting the job done, and best of luck the rest of the way with them. And what else can you say?
I walked into Lynn, a fresh-faced 39-year-old boy on Saturday night, and then I woke up on Sunday a bitter, broken 40-year-old man.
That is
That's awesome.
yeah.
It's a true statement. That really happened.
That is actually the best way to end this portion of the
Mhm.
show. And that ends the portion of Louisville City for the season in some ways, but we've got more to come. We will, you know, we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the show. But
Post-mortem, if you will, yeah, in the weeks to come.
Maybe next week we go over should I stay or should I go now for Louisville City. We have the
There's a lot to talk about still.
we
Yeah.
have the contract data now, so we can look at that and give our opinions about who should stay and who should go.
we can definitely do that. But before we do that, before we get to that next episode, by the way, this is episode 30 for those of you keeping score at home. I think we're one away from our record, the 2022 record campaign of 24-hour Purple People that ended on show 31.
What a momentous season it was.
We're going to keep it going. Damn it. All right. Well, guys, it wasn't all doom and gloom. It was happy thoughts, happy times on Sunday. Book it, stamp it, frame it. Racing Louisville FC is headed to the playoffs for the first time ever.
Yeah.
On decision day, under the lights at Lynn Family Stadium, two rookies wrote their names into club lore. Katie O'Kane slipped a perfect ball through, and Ella Haas buried her first professional goal to seal a 1-0 win over Bay FC. It was a night of dominance, belief, and a whole lot of heart. A night that a lot of City fans needed, including us three. Racing outshot Bay by 15, pressed like maniacs, and didn't allow a single shot on target. Add a Gotham FC loss to the mix, and boom, tough action to Acton. Racing jumps from 9th to 7th, dodges the Shield winners KC Current, and books a quarterfinal clash with Washington. This team has been different from the jump, tighter, tougher, totally bought in on this system. Bigger, badder, better, if you will, Matt. Now they've got 5 games unbeaten, 10 wins on the season, a ticket to Audi Field. Let's break down the go and the grit and the magic behind Racing's playoff breakthrough. Let's do it right now, actually.
I think we should just let you do the rest of the show. I mean, that was good. Do you even need us? That was tremendous, John.
Oh, trust me, I need you.
All right. Okay. Oh, can you go back? Stop? Pause or something?
Yeah, I got that. Just
Double
I'm
back.
a professional.
I think our only kind of 2 questions is where was Janine going to end up? And I think she was the best player on the pitch, playing at that left back role. And then it was Schwebs or Kayla. And I think based on what Bay was presenting, they started Kayla to provide that heavy metal press that we like to talk about.
Yes. Is where we're waiting for me? Yes.
It was.
Oh, that sounded great. And I agreed with all of it.
Okay.
Now hit that play button.
Based on some injury issues, and I think they had a player that was out sick or something like that, one of their better players. So they were kind of struggling. And we played from start to finish a very, very good match.
We played our match too. We played our match our way, right? We bent them to our will, which is something I don't think that Louisville City did to Detroit. I think we played our game and it paid off.
Yeah. So love having Laura Millay back. We would probably be higher in the standings if she hadn't taken that injury earlier in the season. But having her back gives us so much love up that right flank. And it also allowed Janine play on the left flank behind Haas which was just dynamic all game long.
Really impressed with the Sonus to Haas track at this point. This the connection these two have, pushing it up that left side.
We were in the corner in the waterfront end, right off the camera, by the corner flag there, and just being able to watch the way they were working up. Oof, Wright should have gotten that. There's no reason why she should have not gotten that on frame. She knows it. She's got it. Okay. We're not going to lament on that too much. But going back to Sonus, best player on the pitch, I thought. 69 touches, creating chances left and right, many crosses. Just a huge threat. Gets up, puts herself in a position where she can pass to multiple players, and just had Bay reeling on this. We picked up some yellow cards, and I started to worry about like yellow card accumulation that has haunted us a little bit this season. So I looked it up, and there is no yellow card accumulation during the playoffs. So we're good there.
Fantastic. We should have got more yellow cards then.
Wait, no, everybody should have gotten one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sonus created 8 chances, attempted 15 crosses for racing. And also a shout out to, well, you didn't say the numbers, you just said a bunch. And then racing outshot Bay 24-6, had 32 touches in the opponent's box. Bay FC.
No shots on target for Bay. 0 shots on target. And part of that is Bay, but a lot of that is us as well.
Right. I also thought Aaron Wright had a really good game as well.
She sure did. Aaron Wright. Jean also had a good one, and Taylor Flint had a good game, like usual. And Taylor has just been a stalwart all season for us. A lot of recoveries, getting the ball back, or just being in the way, like that right there.
Every time it feels like we're about to let one go, I mean, she's there to recover, right? Like she's such a stalwart there in the middle for us.
Ari had a good game as well, and when Ari plays well, I mean, she had a couple of what are you doing? But she played very well too. And when she plays well, it's usually because everybody else is playing well too. Ooh. I really enjoyed seeing that. I thought Emma Sears was I'm not gonna say off, but I mean, she just scored a hat trick for the U.S. national team.
She's played 90 for the national team.
She played 90 for them, so maybe a little bit slower than she normally is. I'm thankful that we won, and I'm thankful that she's going to get a week of rest.
I like that basically every interview that Emma did over the weekend was a version of, "Are you going to score 3 for racing now? Come on, she's going to score 3 for us. What happened to 3 more for us to get that hat trick?" Like, the pressure that she must feel at this point is crazy.
She had some good looks in the game. I mean, like the positions that we were watching the match from, we were really able to like home in. I mean, we were close enough to see like the eyes of the players, and I mean, her sense out there on the pitch is just second to none. Emma Sears. So
there we go. Haas working it again. I thought Haas had a lot of. She had Didasco on the wing to contend with a lot of the time. A lot of one-on-one situations. But I thought she had a lot of confidence in the ball, and I thought she held her own against a really dynamic defender like Caprice Didasco.
She's really fast too.
Yes,
and Jonas is really fast as well. So the speed that we have going up on that ring and then you've got Sears on the other side. There's just a ton of speed to be able to get that have to defend against us for that stuff. And then just the pressing and getting the ball back, fantastic. Again, we pressed them all the way up the field.
Yeah,
you could see it as they brought in their numbers. Pressing as a unit, been doing it all season long, and it was just showcased last night.
They're very good at it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean when Jordan Bloomer getting a clean sheet and doing absolutely no work. I mean, the defensive back line was just
She deserves it.
She deserves it. She deserves a great. She deserves a clean sheet and a night off all at once, right? No, I think
We should all be so lucky.
now here's beginning of the second half. We always talk about scoring when you come out of the half or not giving up a go coming out of the half. Now we were repositioning at this point. We were walking around the stadium. I'd met somebody that was adamant about that. She came alone. And then we were going around to the side over here, just like flowing about. Finally make it up to the stands, literally walk up into the spot, turn, and then they scored. That was kind of cool. It's about
it would have been nice if it would have been at the same time in the highlight. That would have been cool.
Yeah, I was trying to blabber on for a minute, but it didn't really work. So
good shot in there from Malay. Kind of knuckled a little bit.
She had a lot of space there too, so that's really nice to see. But you could tell how we were just shifting them from one side of the field to the other, and they were scrambling to cover down players.
No changes at the half for us, but 3 for Bay, so we liked what we were seeing.
Man, I should have just kept going for a while. I didn't realize.
Yeah, another picking it off. Another
Taylor Flint again. That's what he does.
Yeah, Taylor Flint was all over in this match. 7 tackles, 33 passes from Taylor Flint.
There's Ellie Jean with the ball. Ellie Jean's decision making is really impressive to me. I think that's probably my favorite part about her game. I just think she's got really good vision. I think she sees the field really well, and she picks up on stuff peripherally that maybe most people wouldn't pick up on.
Yeah. Very happy with her back there. I'm very happy with our back line. And total. And nice
with this pass.
Great teeny tiny pause. And then the bravery just to put your foot out there when you have a keeper that has got probably a foot on her coming out at you. So that's all in right there. And the
what'd you guys feel when this goal went in? What was the sense in the stadium?
John, and then I think I felt you.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I think it was a little sense of euphoria, especially after the previous evening. Just getting that goal, scoring goals are fun, but it felt like that Racing could win this match with just one. It's always good to get a second. We saw that we have given up some late match goals at times, so it's always good to get that second one. But this team is just kind of built a little bit better defensively. I mean, and they felt like they had control of the game. They were the ones that were dictating the pace. They were the ones. I mean, you can just see right here on this. I mean, just shot after shot, trying to put another one away, and they just stayed focused on that. And speaks a lot. And even in these moments right here with this set piece, which is a very dangerous set piece. But hey, went over.
Not that time.
Oh, grabbing our butt cheeks on this one.
That was me grabbing your butt cheeks.
I think
right, we won. So this is good.
The jubilation. The relief.
So then we went to the
now wait a minute. Wait. Don't just I've got video for everything.
Oh, we got video. Program. I like it.
Racing getting the job done, gentlemen. We're heading to Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, for our first ever playoff match. And that game is at noon. Anybody thinking about going? Show of hands. Maybe.
Thought about it. The game is at noon.
That's the part that sucks.
If it was a later game, it would be a hell of a lot more feasible. Because if you want to get a direct flight, you basically got to fly out of Cincinnati, which means you have to get to Cincinnati. And if the game's at noon, you have to get there Friday evening, fly out.
What? Why are you flying out of Cincinnati?
Because it's a direct flight.
Oh.
2 hours versus 4 to 6 hours.
How are the prices looking like with the shutdown? You got to assume that like nobody's flying out to DC right now. There's nothing to do. So
An issue. Air traffic control is an issue. Southwest was at about $1,000 for 2 tickets.
Christ, well, I'm not doing that.
We got some Delta miles, but I don't think we could put it together to get there. It's just the timing wasn't going to work with the 12 kickoff. So I think we've decided to back off on that idea. What are you doing, John?
I was just clicking this button here.
Not right now, like for the game, not yet.
Well, I mean, we kind of thought about it. We're still thinking about it. This was an interesting halftime
The
performance.
ballerinas, yeah.
Yeah, I actually kind of enjoyed this. I don't know. So yeah, we thought about it. Go see the Nutcracker this December at the Louisville, Kentucky Center for the Arts. We were thinking about it. I mean, noon kickoff does kind of suck. I didn't see that $1,000. I'm not sure what kind of brick and mortar. Do you go through like a travel advisor or something, Ken? I was using Expedia and I saw 350 round trip. So
we can go through the airlines.
He's got a guy.
I got a guy.
He's got a guy.
No.
There's the moment. And they were, you could just see the joy walking around. They were just so happy. We were so happy. It's been a long time coming. I mean, I think all three of us.
Good 5 years.
Yeah, all three of us were founding season ticket members. I've been in the same seat since day one. I never sat in. And I mean, like, we were ready for this. And, just to summarize this journey for racing, you have a season with your highest point total, a season with your most wins, individual best, like Mrs. USA hat trick herself, Emma Sears, 10 goals on the season that saw Jordan Bloomer's coming out party, leading the NWSL in saves, but also a season that had several player moves, both in and out, turbulence with injuries. We talked about
rookies, some great rookies making a mark.
Right. But yeah, injuries, the frightening Savannah DeMello situation, personnel off the field issues, Coach Bev having some issues, and mid to late season hovering around that 9th place spot. But when it's all said and done, the veterans stepped up this year. The rookies stepped out. Racing is now in the playoffs. I mean, and I tell you, character of this team, I think Coach Bev said that she said, we trusted the process. This group is so together, so special. And I mean, like, you just feel like I would dare to say without knowing that we definitely have the best story going into the playoffs. You can break down the stats and you can break down all that stuff. This team has seen it all this year and
persevered.
And guess what? They got 7th, not 8th, 7th. So, I mean, it was a magical night. It was a magical moment for racing fans. And if you weren't there, shame on you. Because, I mean, if you went to Louisville City, you got a free ticket. So you might as well have gone. But there's no chance of soccer at Lynn Family Stadium the rest of the season because the NWSL, as you know, plays their championship matches at neutral sites, which is so stupid. But
it's really dumb.
It's really dumb.
Obviously, we'll go if we get there.
But yeah, just a great moment for racing. So I just talked over all the things that I said. Wait, because I got video. But we went to the post-match toast. That was fun. That was the most singing that I think us three have done on a night. And I tell you, walking around a concourse when it's your birthday, Matt, I don't know if you can agree, but people were buying me drinks, mostly the other panelists here, Ken.
Yeah, it was just Ken and me, yeah.
I actually wanted to see my credit card bill this week, but yeah.
Shout out to Kelly as well. We stopped for, I don't even know what we stopped to get, but I ended up with a shot of bourbon.
Hey.
Best bartender in the stadium. But yeah, That was fun. Sunday night. How did everybody feel Sunday night when they got home? Ken, you start.
Well, I was a little sad that I didn't get victory bourbon on Saturday. And since Sunday was such a big win, I decided to double her up with the victory bourbon, and that didn't actually go very well for me.
As bourbon is wont to do.
I've been on the struggle bus pretty much all day.
Matt, what did you do for your birthday evening?
I still had a few hours left of my birthday, right? Because that was a 5 o'clock game, a 5:15 kick. So we even got back a little earlier than usual. It was nice. I indulged all of my innermost birthday fantasies and watched Lord of the Rings for maybe the 300th time. I got through a third of it, right? They got to the part where they actually established the fellowship. No, they actually hadn't started walking yet. It was all backstory, it was all the prologue. And they did the my axe and the bow and all that. And they had the fellowship, the actual fellowship of the ring. And then I was like, okay, there's 2 hours left in this. I'm really baked. I'm just gonna go to bed. But I finished it today on my day off. Fantastic stuff. Grimace lighting the way.
Yeah, it was a very fun night. And I would love to go. How far of a drive is it? About 9 hours, give or take.
It's a long way.
Yeah, like 8 or 9. Yeah. Damn, I'm cute.
Hey, look.
You can see in this picture here before we go to the. Let me go back to that for a second. Let's see if I can actually go back to it. Yes.
It looks like you can't.
So I said, "Hey, Simone, take a picture." It's Matt and I share a birthday. Look at those guys. Now, Ken, get in there. So Ken sneaks in here. Now you see right here. Let me just see if I can break it down. No, I can't break it down. Ken grabbed me very hard around the waist, and
he's clutching you. Yeah.
This is like a authentic pain right here going on.
Yeah, and you're grabbing him back too. I want to point that out that your hand is on his. You're embracing him. You might as well have slotted your fingers together.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm playing injured. So anyway, all right. So NWSL brackets are here. We're just gonna put it right over our lovely faces.
Yep.
Yeah. So the bracket is officially here, and I will also let you know that for whatever reason, NWSL does not do JPEGs on their website. So this is like the only one I could get to actually work on the show. I could have screenshotted it. I'm just too lazy. But here we are. Matt, November 22nd's championship, 8 teams. Racing has just as good of a chance as any team, I think, on our Discord. Patty Ice broke something right before we started recording about, I don't know, what was that, Ken? You commented about... the
probability of success for any of the 4 lower teams is highest for Racing.
Yes.
And
according to Opta, who is they got all the
stats come from who put them together, and Patrick said that they pull them out of Opta, and it's based on statistical analysis of teams, blah blah blah, and it makes sense because statistically we're a very good team. We've just had some poor luck throughout the season, so it actually makes sense that we have a very good chance. I think 42% winning chance against the Spirit. I also think getting the 7th seed as opposed to the 8th seed was huge.
That's huge.
Because obviously we didn't want to play Kansas City. We don't want to play Orlando necessarily. Washington is going to be a very tough team as well. We can get into that in a little bit. But New York, even though they're 8th, I don't want to be on their side of the bracket either, because Rose Lavelle is playing like Rose Lavelle of old.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a number of teams, 3 out of the 4 teams over there that I prefer to wait before we see them. I would have been okay with Seattle, but on our side, not going to be easy, obviously. But I think it's the easier side of the bracket.
I think we're a really tough matchup. I don't think Washington wanted to see us at all.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
5 games unbeaten. Washington is, I think, have a draw and 2 losses in their last 3. So they've got a lot of injury issues. I know Croy Bethune, Trinity Rodman is almost definitely going to be out next game. I want to say that they had enough. I read that they had enough players on their injured list to form a starting 11. So they are injured at the worst possible time for them, but the best possible time for us. So that's cool. We're playing with house money, right? We've already accomplished what everybody more probably than a lot of people thought we were going to accomplish already. So it's like we've already won going into this. Like nobody expects us to make a deep playoff run, but that could also that's to our advantage, you know. Like we can sneak in there and take these teams by surprise. We're a tough matchup, a tough matchup.
I don't think we're going to take anybody by surprise, and I don't think anybody's going to be surprised if we do win. Just the betting odds that Patrick posted in the Discord tell that story. Is that of the bottom 4 teams, we're the best one. And like I said earlier, that if Laura Malay hadn't got hurt so early in the season, there's a very good chance we would have dropped those points frequently when we didn't need to drop points or didn't want to drop points, and we would have been a much higher seed. So I don't really think anybody wants to play us. I think they would rather play the other teams in the brackets. But
yeah,
I think we have a great chance to make a deep run.
Hell yeah.
Rodman remains questionable at this point for this match. She isn't the only star that Racing would have to contend with, obviously. You'll have to go way back in the fixture archives to find a Racing win over Washington. However, Louisville beat the Spirit in May of 2021, but has not beat them since. 5 draws, 6 losses against them. But this, even after an early season draw at the FAM and a gut-wrenching final second draw at Washington, this match does feel different. I talked about it earlier. The character, the momentum, all the things are kind of coming together for Racing at the right time. And Matt, like you said, we have nothing to lose. We have everything to gain. We have everything to play for in this match, and we're over that hump. I think there was a relief amongst the players in that joy, a relief of finally making the playoffs and proving that they are not the only show in town. And I'm excited to see what this team can do at Washington. And I feel like, yeah, I don't think any team wants to play Racing right now. I just feel like there's just something about this team. We're going to find out come Sunday.
We finally got the culture right at Racing. Racing finally got that right. It took 5 years. We were in a place where we had sort of the opposite culture of what you would really want in a team in a locker room. And now we're in a very, very good place. And this team is solid, and they're together, and they've got each other's backs. And maybe our backs are against the wall a little bit, playing these higher ranked opponents, but that's where we're most dangerous.
I agree. I definitely agree. Yeah, I think, wait a minute.
It's going to be big in Washington, right? So Rowdy Audi, right? I think they sold out their last their 2 playoff games from last year. So over 38,000 sold for those playoff games last year. So I'm assuming it'll be a very high selling game, very crowded, boisterous game on Saturday as well. That's a noon kickoff, right?
Yes, it is. Ruckus environment. I think we are being joined by the good doctor.
Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Matthew. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the tactique.
You're alive.
Yeah. I came back to life, and my face went back to the normal kind of fleshy, pinkish color of a live person. So very excited about this game. I think that you're going to see more of the Gegenpressing. Yeah, the Gegenpressing, which is the art of reclaiming possession the moment it is lost, right? Immediately, I mean, when you lose the ball, immediately you press, and you get it back. We're just going to have to watch this Trinity Rodman character. She's very fast, very explosive, but if she's injured, then maybe not so bad. You also maybe you can look at Tyler Flint as a Yagraninen, which is the huntress in the middle of the park, where she takes the ball away from the opposition team, giving a chance to get that second ball. And she leads on it, or long relay where they go streaking up and they move it up. Then we can attack through our flanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very excited. I think this is a huge test of the Taktisch Reif, which is our tactical maturity that we have developed over the course of this season.
Yeah, well said, Doc.
The most Irish German man I've ever heard.
Okay. And with that, choose.
Well, good day, Doctor. Good morrow.
Yep, good morrow, Doctor. Yeah, I'm super excited. I can tell you this much: I'm off this weekend. It's my last weekend off until Christmas. So I am. If I'm not going to the match, I'm going somewhere to a watch party. And the fact that it's a 12 o'clock start means that
we get to drink all day.
Yeah, I think there's going to be karaoke on Saturday. I gotta let it all out, right? I mean,
Let's do it.
If you guys want to go to the Gold Lot and just hang out, if anybody out there, leave us a comment if you guys want to just go to the Gold Lot Saturday night and just hang out. I mean, who's going to stop us, right? There's like a little chain. We can just cut.
Yeah, it's just a chain. It's a little chain.
I mean,
could stop us. I don't know.
Have you guys thought about what you're going to do with all like the extra time you've got now?
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing is this weekend. I mean, that's what gives us the chance to go. Is there's no home game, unfortunately, but you know, this is a busy time of the year for me, guys. So I'm like excited to just have a weekend of possibly doing nothing. It's kind of
me
to
too.
be honest with you.
I'm busy too.
Y'all are going to go to a watch party. I will fucking come by and pick you all up. So you're all
going. There's no way I'm not going to a watch party.
This is a busy time for me too. The new Predator movie comes out pretty soon. I just got the new Katamari Damacy game. So there's a lot going on in my world too. I mean, I know, John, you've got, work stuff or whatever, but I give a shit about that.
Nothing. No life. Nothing.
Yeah, right. Nothing.
Oh boy. Well, guys, I've got nothing either, and I think that's a good way to end this program this evening. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more ridiculous content, and hit that like button. We really would appreciate it, although I always forget to ask. I noticed that a lot of our viewers are not subscribed, so subscribe to us, hit the little bell so you can get all sorts of annoying stuff, and when we decide to make shorts, you'll get those. There's also... we also would like to say, too, that, I had a lot of cool comments to us over, we've been saying this, but I feel like it's good to give these shout outs, but we really appreciate everybody's just support of the show, and even constructive criticism of the show. We welcome it. We want that on Discord and stuff. We want to improve the show. We've talked about how we're going to move forward in the off season, and we're not going to talk about it right now, but we want to continue doing something in the off season. We've even talked about maybe just having just a live shooting the shit type show coming up. So
great.
We might do that. Ken, any closing thoughts from you, good sir?
No, with all the criticism we had of City, we really enjoyed watching City win one of 4 possible pieces of hardware. So we didn't walk away.
That's true.
From this, we don't put a lot of precedence in the Players Shield in America because it's tournament driven. But we bombed out of the Jägermeister Cup. We didn't do so well in the Open Cup, but we did win the Players Shield, and then we didn't win that end of tournament championship. But 1 out of 4 is better than most. I don't think anybody has done a double or a triple or a quad in the U.S. before, in the USL. Have they?
I want to say Rochester did in 2015. I think they won the Shield and the title. I think. But I'd have to check that. I'd have to recheck that.
I think you might be right on that one. Not sure, but that's certainly something that's very hard to do. So, they got to do some kind of staring at their belly button and some soul searching and figuring out how we can improve the squad. And I would imagine over the next couple of months we'll see some announcements on who's staying and who's going. And I think Kyle Adams said that they'll take a couple months off and they'll be back at it mid-January.
Hell yeah. I'm going to announce right here that I'm staying. Announcing right now.
Yeah.
Matt's, any closing thoughts? And where can people find us if they need to email us?
If you need to email us directly, you can do that at 24hourpurplepeople@gmail.com. What do I have? I'm super fortunate despite results. I was able to turn 40 with all of my closest friends over the weekend. That was fantastic. So thanks everybody to all the love. Shout out specifically to El Nepal on Baxter Avenue. Their tortilla soup, mwah, sweet nectar of the gods. Just Gaia, liquid Gaia. It was so good.
Yeah. And I would like to also say the same thing. You guys are always so much fun to hang out with at games. Shout out to Ken for the van and all that. That's a lot of work. Shout out to the tailgating crew, all of them. They had chili followed by brisket this last match, and then they always bring a lot of bourbon and a lot of fun. And there's just a lot of work that goes around match day.
Oh, yeah.
And so I want to thank everybody out there that contributes to that. As we like to say, and we've said since 2015, the future is bright. We're going to continue to grow this thing and continue to make friends with this people in the Purple family. We met a lot of new people this year, which was probably the highlight of my year. Knowing new names. I actually remember people's names. Hi, Kyle and Kendra. So I actually remember people's names this year, which is a change. But at the end of the day, it was not a bad year when it comes to Louisville City. It was a great ending to the year for racing. And let's just hope that it doesn't end on Saturday and it goes on just one more weekend, at least get past Washington and move on to the next one, right? So
3 more games
at a time.
At least, at the very least, yes.
Yeah, 1 week at a time. So, all right, guys. Well, we will be back next Monday for a program. I guess you guys are going to be back with me, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot can happen in a week.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we plan on being back next Monday.
Yeah.
But for tonight, we are desperately out of time. For Ken Luther, Matt Dalton, I'm John Harper. We are 24-hour Purple people. We'll see you next time, Purple fam. Good night, everybody. We love you. Matt, you say it now. Up this way.
Bye, I love you.
Ken, why don't you say it?
I love you too.
Oh, what a sweetheart he is.
Look at this fucking nerd. He loves people.
It's so much fun.